Theodore Roosevelt put it like this: when you play, play hard. The words ring true for Mike and Peggy Bullinger. But first, the work.
They work hard, they play hard.
They taught us, well, work hard, then play hard.
When we would go to the lakes in the summer, the first thing we would do, we got to have the yard mowed, everything put together, and then we did play hard.
And I remember when we first started dating, Tony and I, when I was in college, I'd come visit on the weekend, and it was like nonstop, morning to sundown. I mean, you went to bed exhausted because they worked so hard.
That's what they do. They work hard, and then they enjoy it.
Peggy and Mike are the owners of Western Products, a tremendously successful home improvement company based in Fargo. Successful, not thanks to chance, but to hard work and a hard-scrabble journey we recognize as the American dream.
Didn't have, hardly anything, and bought the cheapest meal they could find at the grocery store.
They made a rule, or a deal, that whenever they bought a house, the first meal, a new house, the first meal that they ate there was going to be beans and corn, because that's what they could afford to eat.
So they must have gone to like a carpet store and got all the squares, and she hand sewed those together so they would have like decent flooring in this apartment they lived in.
They bought a little business called Western Products in 1984 and grew it into the thriving family-owned operation it is today.
My dad has this quote, it's, success or failure in life is caused more by mental attitude than mental capability.
They're a tough act to follow, because they've come from the bottom and they grinded their way to the top,
They aren't afraid of hard work, and they know what that hard work can bring.
For Mike and Peggy Bullinger, it brought the opportunity to give back, to invest in communities for which they care, like Medora.
I mean, you've seen what's going on downtown, and that's only going to get better.
They don't talk about their donations a lot. So unless you really get to know them, you really have trouble adding it all up. You might see the Bollinger name on something, but when you start to think about it and put it all together, you just say, wow, isn't that remarkable?
And of course, they are playing hard with their wonderful family, 3 daughters and 10 grandchildren.
I mean, everybody loves Grandma and Grandpa.
Sometimes our family can be a little bit crazy.
Like all the cousins come along and we just play around. It's very loud, as you said before.
A family blessed with a kind, thoughtful, attentive Nana.
Like my Nana, she always says to me, whenever I sing around the house, which I kind of do a lot, she always says to me I have such a good voice and that I should not be as shy as I usually am to sing.
I like Nana because she always colors with me.
When I was 7 years old, my grandma got me my first sewing machine. At the lake, we'll set up big tables and everyone will bring their sewing machines from their house and put them on the tables in the garage, and then all the girls will just sew for hours, and it's really fun.
She sewed her own wedding dress. I know, I think that's really cool.
She's always joyful when we come over and when we do stuff together.
And a papa who's always good for a practical joke, like this one at their home in Medora.
He played a prank on all of the grandkids, pretending he was gonna get arrested. The police officer came and was like, you're gonna have to come with me, you're in trouble, you're going to jail.
And then the cop grabbed his hands, put him in handcuffs, walked them out to his car. Everybody was freaked out.
All the cousins were crying, Nikki was crying. It was funny.
Who was it? Maybe Alex was like, guys, it's okay, Grandma will just bail him out, it's okay. Turns out he was just going around the block and then came back to all of us crying.
He's coming out with the car laughing, and it was pretty funny after.
He says, you only tease the ones you love.
A family with boundless energy and joy.
They have given the gift of humor, for sure, to my kids.
Such good role models for just what a mom and a dad or a husband and wife should be to one another.
If there was a family Olympics, we would win for sure.
A reminder that the most savory fruits are those of labor.
They do so much for Medora and so much for the state of North Dakota.
and a pair who truly embody the bully spirit.